get this party started. All right. So our winner today is going to be Sharma Chaudhry. Congratulations. That Bitcoin has been sent to you already. So looking at all the different coins today, they are on a tear. I mean, let's just look at the general price of everything right now. I mean, we're just seeing a lot of green everywhere. I really enjoy using Coin 360. But just taking a slightly closer look today, Bitcoin up, Ethereum, XRP, Tether, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Chainlink, Cardano, Polkadot. Basically everything is up. I'm trying to see if anything's down. DAI. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. Everything's basically up. Obviously the main coins are through the roof at the moment. Bitcoin did touch its all-time high today, which is very exciting for all of us. Let's see if I can find Doge real quick. Doge. Even Doge is up, funny enough. Not too much, but it's getting there. I mean, shoot, if it hit over a couple cents, that'd be nice, you know, for those of us who have a decent amount of Doge. But will it happen? I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, moving on. So we're going to talk about kind of what happened this week, and let's go ahead and get that started. Alright, so basically guys, we got very close to the all-time high, we pulled back and went back up to and over and touched over it, and then we're back down a little bit again. Again, I personally think that this is a battle against whales. Not that all of them are like these insidious people that hate us or anything. It's just more that good money strategy means you go against the herd. So when we see things like this, which is the price going down for this past week or so, let's see if I can go a little bit farther with the candles. There we go. So this was November 25th. So this was almost a week ago, depending on where you look. And we basically went straight down when we almost touched the all-time high. We bounced, went a little bit lower, and then we caught ourselves. So essentially, here's what I personally believe. And some of this has to do with some of the training and education I've been getting since I've gotten into the market. Is essentially the larger time frame, or excuse me, the more time, or the larger time frame that you look at when it comes to investing, the stronger that trend is. So for example, you know, let's go all the way back to March, right? So this is March till now. It's going up. So that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months of the coin going up. So when I see something like this, even though it's, you know, it's like what, $2,500 or so, maybe $3,000 depending on which exchange you were looking at, that's not that big of a drop. You know, especially for those of us who've been in the market. The other thing is that this bottom, the floor of the price, is being held up, again, by the people who've bought Bitcoin before. So even if, say, there was a malicious whale that wanted to sell their Bitcoin, then what's going to happen is, yeah, they're going to sell, you know, maybe they'll coordinate with a few, right? And they'll make the price crash down. In fact, depending on which app you use, when I use Yahoo, it's in waves. So it'll be like sell, jagged mark, sell, jagged mark, sell. That's just a coordinated sell that they're all doing. And there are several reasons for this. One could be that they're taking profits. It could be fear, because we're about to go into the unknown right now. We've been in the known space since January 2018, when Bitcoin hit its last high, right? So now people don't know what's going to happen. Again, whales are afraid of other whales. So if a big whale sells, maybe someone else who knows them will sell as well. That's actually good for you and me, because when they sell, we can buy at a lower price, and that actually takes the land grab war in our favor. However, when they sell and you and I sell, that's good for them, because they can snag it up at a lower price and we lose our shot at cheaper Bitcoin. And that's kind of what's happening right now. And again, a lot of analysts and YouTubers believe that Bitcoin is going to be in a bull run at least until 2021. This is based on things we've looked at, like stock to flow, which we'll talk about in a second as well. It comes up. It's a very good metric for this type of cycle, so it's really good. And we're doing all right. So yeah, basically this medium term move over the past like 5 days or so doesn't mean too much, especially when you see that it's just going in general up. We can even scratch it down a little bit so you see it even more clearly. See, if you just kind of draw a line, will it let me draw a line? That would be cool if it lets me draw a line. It will let me draw a line like this. See how that line just keeps going? You know, and these are just the bottoms, the local bottoms, right? You know, we could average it out a little bit more, you know, let's got bottom to top. It still fits, it's a little bit under, but that's what's going on. Yeah, and just, I mean, you look at things like this, and it's just like, okay, well, you know, for the medium term, we're doing very well. And it would take a big, colossal move for that to change in any way or form. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum's a little bit more random, because Ethereum is such a big marketing scheme that they can be a bit random, if it will let me load it. There we go. It didn't want to let me load it. Why wouldn't it let me load it? Trading view. ETHUSD. There we go. Yeah, ETH, again, everything kind of moves along with Bitcoin, or it rhymes with Bitcoin. So, I mean, if we just draw a line going from March till now, I'll even go from the bottoms. It's still going up. You know, other people use like trend lines, so maybe you'll have like a, you know, a 30-day average, a 68-day average, 200-week average. All those averages are moving up too. I believe the 200-week average is above or approaching 9K, 10K. So the lowest Bitcoin could go in a catastrophic fall, which would be like 40%, 50. It's approaching 10K now. So everybody who bought Bitcoin at like 3,000 in March is probably solidly in profit. Again, there's no crystal ball, but that's kind of what's happening right now. Moving on, this was a silly thing that I saw. This is Dan Held. He is the growth director of Kraken, and he posts some silly and interesting posts from time to time. This is just a stock to flow animated graphical GIF, and it just highlights kind of how the data formed over the years. Again, this was made by Plan B, and this is Plan B's model live here. As you can see, we're still following the pattern. I will say the difference right now is that we're actually meeting this line, whereas a lot of these lines did not meet at the time. Now, this line could change a little bit as we go, but we will see what happens. I don't trade. I don't like to trade. I think trading is the fastest way to lose your money, because that's when you get into gambling. Because I don't know, for example, when to time the top. I can buy dips, but I don't know when to time the top. I mean, unless I knew someone who was going to sell, for example, like 1,000 Bitcoin, and it would do this to the market and then they buy it back or something. But metrics like this can help you get a feel for, well, it's approaching the stock to flow line. Maybe if we touch it, in fact, let's zoom in real quick. Maybe when we touch it, that'll be a sign that Bitcoin's going to rest for a little while. But who knows? I mean, there are a lot of little developments that are affecting the price and what's going on right now. For example, Steve Mnuchin is trying to administer legislation so that if you want to take Bitcoin off of, say, Coinbase, you would have to provide them information about your private wallet. Which is kind of dumb, because all that's going to happen is the people are going to go around that and go to other exchanges that aren't in the US. So, problem solved, you know, and you can still cash out at other places. So, clearly we have lawmakers who know nothing about technology, and they're trying to stop something that is literally a network with no head. It's a hydra with no main head. So, awesome. I mean, essentially, don't forget, there's no CEO. There's no office to walk into. They can't stop Bitcoin. Even if you did an electromagnetic pulse on the entire, U.S. or whatever, it's in space. It's already out of their control. They can even try to stop the exchanges, but even then, like, their friends are involved, and Anyway, governments are affected by people who are rich. We all know this. Like, anyway, we'll see what happens. But moving on. Ethereum 2.0 looks like it's going to launch the next couple days or so, if not tomorrow, which is pretty good. And other than that, everything's looking pretty good. Will it go higher over the next couple of days? I don't know. Will it the next week or month? I'm pretty sure it will. It's an interesting time to be holding any amount of Bitcoin. It's just very exciting. Other than that, it's been a good week. It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend, and I hope you all are having a wonderful time. Not too much going on. It's just really exciting. So everyone be safe, and I will see you next time.